It's such a pretty baby. And it's a newt newt. Oh no. Hello friends and welcome back to ReddX, your source for the freshest daily cringe content anywhere on the internet. Promise, swearsies, it's just a fact and it's totally science. Go ahead and look it up, please. Today we're jumping back into r/NeckbeardStories. Yes, indeed. Actually, a couple of these come from my personal subreddit r/ReddXReads. But don't worry none too much about that. We are continuing the lamentation of Lavender and Villainy by user Little Ann Woods. I'm quite excited. I thought that it was over, but she just popped up with a couple more parts, so you know I gotta cram those in there. I was really hoping to do some one-offs, but you know, we just gotta keep on the path, do what we do. Really, I rely on sagas a whole heck of a lot, so thank you to all the authors that are working on them, and thank you to all of you who are listening to them, even if they might not be as organized as we would like, at least until the compilations come out, and then the compilations slap pretty hard, given a few months. YouTube really likes to push those long videos. But indeed, I'm excited to see Lavenderbeard back in here. He is just an old creep who should definitely know better. And he does provide some nice cringe. I mean, not nice in the nice way, but nice in the cringy way. Anyways, let's get some plugs and disclaimers out of the way, and then we will dive right into some of this NeckbeardStories cringe. A Lamentation of Lavender and Villainy, Chapter 4, A Not-So-Unexpected Journey. It's expected? Okay, I think I got that right. Also, the links to the previous parts are in the description. There are 4 parts because one of them was like side stories, so consume those at your leisure, although I don't know how much they apply to this video. Anywho, hello my lovely people. Hi Little Ann Woods. I'm sorry for the long wait. I know I've been away for a while, but I am back. And that's the most important thing. And back with a vengeance at that. I'm gonna keep this short because you guys have come here for the cringe, and I will happily oblige. Blessed, so blessed we are. In this post, we're going to look deeper into why I, on multiple occasions, referred to Lavender as a racist. I know, shocker. That means he is a dick in basically every conceivable way. I mean, I just kind of assumed as much because he's sort of old and stuff, but that's cool. We'll roll with it. You can tell me why. First, let's start with our character list, though. Some facts and names have been changed to protect the non-bearded. We've got our OP, Little Ann Woods, between 25 and 27 when these stories took place. 5 foot nothing, bright blue eyes, ever-changing hair, and unable to give even one more fuck about this neckbeard's feelings. I was in a wheelchair for the most part in the upcoming events. For others, I was still bedbound, unable to even sit up, at least not without being in an enormous amount of pain. Yes, indeed. I do know a little something about that. We talked about it in the Discord. Now she is up and at 'em, thank God, and she's getting back into the gym life, which I've kind of dropped recently, but maybe after New Year's I'll get back at it too. So some of the events I've heard secondhand, but I am very, very sure of their validity. This dude is just that much of a shit whizzle. Shit twizzle? Is it like a swizzle stick that's used to stir shit, or are we talking about a shit weasel? Either way, that's pretty funny. Emir is a lovely dude who has double nationality. He's Turkish and Belgian. A wonderful human being and great to hang out with, as long as it's not Ramadan. As a recovering foodaholic, best not to piss him off during this period. He had a stomach reduction at the age of 18 and really tries to watch his food intake. Oh, that's a good tip too, if you're not hitting the gym especially. Any other time of the year, he was a funny, hardworking dude whom I really loved working with. He works at the Office of Marriage, and after Lavender was transferred there, he got a lot of Lavenderbeard shit to deal with. often the subject of his racism and utter disrespect. Oh God, this is not gonna go well, but I guess I'd expect nothing else from Lavender Beard. Lavender would purposely eat in front of him during Ramadan, constantly talk about food, and even went out of his way to shake food in front of this dude's face. That's when you slap it out of his hands. Fucking clap him on the ear or something like that. God damn, what a jerk. Aya is also double nationality Turkish and Belgian. She's a mother of two. She also works within the Office of Marriage. I didn't know her very well, but she was always very nice to almost, Lavender excluded, everyone. And she even came to wish me good luck at my new job on my last day, something 90% of my direct colleagues didn't even bother to do. Man, you gotta love that catty office environment. Work at a desk ain't got nothing better to do but have a little bit of fucking drama. Aya had 2 kids and was slightly balding, which was something that she was really insecure about. You see where this is going, right? Yeah, Lavender Beard makes fun of a balding woman. God damn it, dude. He's got no shame at all. Zara, the Office of Marriage's supervisor and an avid supporter of the Lavender firing squad. Bless. This is the group of women who wanted to get Lavender fired. I thought it was clever. No? I guess. She tried to get him fired on many occasions, but got stonewalled time after time. And then we've got Lavender Beard, the swine, the bitch, the bastard, destroyer of all olfactory systems, invader of personal spaces, keeper of the diabetes pump, which we talked about in the first episode of this, and that was fucking horrifying. In every way, this man is the culmination of the worst that humankind has to offer. He is inadequate at doing even the most menial of tasks, incompetent in every way, shape, or form, unable to understand or possibly just appropriately respond to social cues, racist in the "I'm not racist, but" kind of way, sexually inappropriate, see the previous stories or watch ReddX's videos for those. Yeah, RE diabetes pump again. Saying that I despise this cretin would be a huge understatement. Yeah, he's the one and only reason the aliens didn't come to visit. They were scoping out Earth and they're like, uh-oh, fuck no, not that guy.
My guy sucks. Want to trade guys for a little while?
For all those who are waiting for a huge karmic dick punch for this epitome of depravity, I'm gonna have to disappoint you. He still works there. Nobody has sucker punched him for some reason, and he's still harassing people and still generally hated by everybody. There is, however, a little light at the end of this lavender-scented, garbage-filled tunnel, but for that, you'll have to wait until Chapter 5. Oh, come on, just give it to me. I guess we'll have to do Chapter 5 on another day, but I am waiting with bated breath indeed. So, without further ado, the story. Also, I didn't really get many suggestions about other book monologues, so Lord of the Rings it is. I told OP that she should do the Taken monologue. I will find you, and I will kill you.
I will never be able to find you. But what I do have is $2 and a Casio wristwatch. You can have one of them.
I still want to see it. Welcome, person of the subreddit, the one who has seen the beard. Will you look into the mirror? For the mirror shows many things. Even the wisest cannot tell. Things that were, things that are, and some things that have not yet come to pass. I know what it is that you saw, for it is also in my mind. It's also what will come to pass if you should fall. The patience is breaking. It has already begun. He will try to take your spirit. You know of whom I speak. One by one, he will destroy them all. You offer it to him freely? I do not deny that his heart has greatly desired this. In place of a dark lord, you would have a beard. Not dark, but lavender. And terrible as the dawn. Treacherous is this deed, stronger than the code of ethics. All shall hate him and despair. It's Sauron Beard. Part 1. A non-white beautiful child? Preposterous. Oh god, here we go, dude. Hitting it with the fucking both barrels right out of the gate. Okay, let's get ready to be uncomfortable. After some redecorating in the government building, the offices of marriage and birth had to share the front office space, courtesy of some much-needed renovations on the second floor. Right around this time, Lavender had somehow been able to charm his way into a front office function. Leg Bitch, who was the manager, had retired, and while doing so, she had destroyed all of her involvement, or should I say her lack thereof, in the complaints that had been filed against Lavender Beard. She had done so by destroying Lavender's entire complaint file. 40 plus years of complaints suddenly gone, vanished in a puff of smoke. And I think a lot of the commenters had a good suggestion to always keep a second copy. Keep your own files, because you can't trust people like this. So when our new boss entered the floor, she had no idea of the history that preceded her coming. She decided that we were just bullying Lavender Beard and that he was acting out because he was bored. Yeah, what about them office jobs? So yeah, he was allowed to start working with the citizens. Terrible idea. I'll detail the following horror in the next chapter. Don't worry about that. So this particular story starts when I had a couple at my desk to register their beautiful new baby boy. The mother was white. The father was of African descent. The baby was obviously mixed. I gave them the birth certificate, congratulated them, and they went on their way. They were only just out of the door when Lavender jerked up. He jolted towards me and proclaimed loudly, "That was such a beautiful child." I was just about to agree with him, because yeah, that was a beautiful baby, and contrary to popular belief, not all babies are. I don't tell the parents that, though. And that's when Lavender Beard continued. "It's such a pretty baby, and it's a newt." Oh no! What the hell, dude? I do have to admit that all babies indeed are not beautiful. I even have to say that about my own son. I thought they'd bring him to me and it would be like this beautiful moment where I held my child and I cried. But no, I just looked at him. I was like, ew. But he wasn't really done cooking, you know? He didn't want to come out yet. He had like another few weeks left to get some fat on his body and stuff. He was super tiny and super hairy, and yeah, I had a lot of questions until I saw his feet. His stupid Fred Flintstone feet that look exactly like mine. And then I'm like, okay, yeah, that's my son. And now that he's fattened up, yeah, he basically looks exactly like me. It's my clone, baby. At this point, my jaw dropped. I was like, Lavender, dude, what the hell? That is so offensive. You can't use that kind of language, I told him, exceedingly pissed off. Woodsy, would you shut up with that? You can't say anything anymore these days, was the response of one of my 50-plus-year-old colleagues. Yep. I hate to say that age is a factor, but age does seem to be a factor. Yeah, he didn't mean anything by it. Kids these days are way too sensitive. Grow some tougher skin, another one added. This is the same colleague that got offended because I didn't let her help me up when I fell. Oh, it was a her. I'm really glad I chose that voice then. So yeah, the generation gap here is pretty big. I was basically the only one in the front office that was under 50 years old, and it showed. They berated me for a while on why I was in the wrong for reprimanding Lavender. I told them in no uncertain terms that whether or not they thought something was racist didn't really matter, and just because they're from a different generation, they don't get a racism pass. Maybe that's why they didn't say goodbye to me when I left. Well, I don't really care. Yeah, you don't want well wishes from them types of people, you know. I think the best move was to vacate the building, and OP did exactly that. So good riddance to bad rubbish, I say. Part 2, to bang or not to bang? That is the question. And again, we circle back to La Ogre. This is a pre-new boss story. This part I heard after I got back from some different sources, and parts of it from Aya's own mouth. Well, it was Aya's birthday, and as always, they gathered into the lunchroom to celebrate it and eat whatever treat the birthday boy or girl brought. It's tradition. As always on birthdays, Lavender is rather grumpy. Wait, the birthday boy or girl has to bring shit for the rest of the office? You got that all backwards. I am bringing nothing. You want to buy me something? Go ahead. But it's my birthday. That don't mean I treat you. And to be clear, I don't care if nobody does nothing for my birthday. Just leave me alone. That's all I want. Lavender loudly and repeatedly yells about the fact that he's a diabetic and he can't eat this or that sweet that the person brought. And then he hates how nobody takes him into account. Whatever, bitch. I brought you some sugar-free cookies. Go sit in the corner and shut your mouth. Like clockwork, he will spend the rest of the day eating the sweets that he's supposedly not allowed to eat, and just keep going until his sugar level is too high, and then, depending on how bad it is, somebody has to bring him home, or he goes home by himself, and then stays home for the rest of the week because he's too sick to function. What an idiot. Oh, he just can't restrain himself. The fat man inside is just too much. And Lavender Beard's not fat, but he does have a fat man inside. On his own birthday, he always brings apples. Telling everyone that he got the entire bag for 50 cents and how cheap the apples are. Ain't that some old people shit, though? God damn it, dude. Apples. Shove them up your ass. I don't want anything from you. He'll then proceed to haunt the entire team until we finally eat the fucking apples. The moment his eyes are turned, you can see the amazing phenomenon of the disappearing apples. They go into bags or the toilet, out the window, into oversized pockets. Nobody wants your discount apples. And the bravest of people will sneak over to the trash can and deposit the apples there. The things are basically inedible. Are they really that bad? I mean, I would think that they're just apples, but getting the entire bag for 50 cents leaves a lot of questions. But back to the birthday party of today. Aya was happily talking with some coworkers when Lavender snuck up behind her and grabbed her hair. Well, another year, huh? I bet by the time you're 40, I'll have more hair than you. He laughed as she ran out of the room, crying on her birthday. Jesus Christ, dude, that's cold-blooded. I mean, it's her party and she can cry if she wants to, but you're not supposed to make her cry at her own party. What the hell? When she left, he told Miss B, a white woman will never have that kind of problem. Who would want to fuck a bald chick? God damn it, Lavender Beard. Let me show you this picture of Sinead O'Connor. Tell me you wouldn't, though. Oh, God, dude. And of course he has to bring race into it because that's kind of the theme of today's episode. Today's episode was brought to you by the letter R for racism. Oh, fuck. I don't know what happened after this, but knowing my wonderful former workplace, I'm gonna say nothing. Ta-da! It's fucking nothing. Lavender Beard would answer his own question by propositioning Aya a few months later. Yeah, who'd want to bang a ball chick? You, apparently. Aya told me this when we were compiling complaints. When Aya was making copies in the copy room, a very tiny room, just big enough for one person to walk through at a time, Lavender came in. Ugh, bad vibes again. Reminds me of the diabetes pump again. He blocked her way out and told her,
"Hey, why don't you take off those clothes, and you and I will make some pretty copies together."
Oh my God. He tapped the machine and said,
"Hop on, I want to make some copies."
And then he stared her up and down. Oh God, such creep chills, such douche vibes. She said that she literally had to push him to get past him. This too was reported. Lavender got a slap on the wrist, and that was it. Oh my God, dude, that is so over the line. Ugh. Even if he's not talking about horrible genetic copies, little tiny beard babies, even the paper stuff, like, who wants a fucking Xerox of Lavender Beard's pressed ham? That sounds horrible. Oh, God. She should have jacked him in the jaw. Something should have happened rather than pushing past him. Kick him in the nuts. It's what he really needs. Oh, buddy. Part 3.
Us white people have to do everything.
Oh, God, dude. What a ride we're on today. I'm breathing so deep. Oh. Pre-new boss story again. When the last supervisor from the Department of Marriage changed jobs and Zara took over, there were a lot of mixed responses. Most people were overjoyed. The last supervisor clearly didn't know her goddamn job. She was aggressive and even downright abusive at times. She once shook me so hard that she pulled my arm out of its socket. Jesus, dude, what is this place? Is this normal for government work? Is this only in Europe? Jesus, man, that's so heavy. This might be the only incident of me reporting something that was actually followed up on. So yeah, she had to apologize to me. That was it. She caused me severe physical harm and had to apologize. Ugh. The thing that she thought I did so wrong that she had to shake me? Well, turns out I was in the right on that. She just doesn't know the law very well. Oh, God, dude. That is so horrible. One employee, however, was very unhappy about abusive McBrainless to leave the position. I'll give you 3 guesses as to who that was. Lavender Beard. Zara was afraid that she'd be seen as favoring the other Turkish co-workers and kinda went the other way. Repeatedly, I heard Aya and Amir complain about the fact that Zara gave them twice as much work as the others. She believes in her countrymen. But yeah, I can see what she's trying to do there. She's just not very good at her job either, apparently. How do these people get hired? I bet I could get that job, but I don't want it. Lavender didn't seem to see it that way, though. When I was in the back office, he came in and started complaining about
how horrible Zara was and how she gave everyone so much work.
Yeah, because she actually knew what had to be done, unlike the last supervisor. And then he yelled out,
"The Turks get all the credit, and the Belgians have to do all the work."
Is that really how you see it, though? Before I had time to contradict that statement, he just ran away, using his new line on every innocent ear that didn't even want to fucking hear it. Yeah, that's a quality idiot play. Just drop your idiot argument and run before anybody else can make a retort. You got the last word. Now you feel like you're in the right. Great job. So what did I do with this new little tidbit of racist remarks? I did what any annoyed, self-admitted teacher's pet would do, and I told. I didn't go to the higher-ups. No, by then, I had learned my lesson. I rolled my way to the elevator and went straight to the front offices, where, wouldn't you know it, Amir was working and Zara was supervising. I gathered them and told them what Lavender had just told me, and I got 2 very different responses. Amir got angry, like really angry. This guy has such a calm and sweet disposition. I had never seen him like this. He looked like he was gonna murder Lavender and was already halfway out the door when Zara called him back and calmed him down. No, let him go. All the while, she just had this sweet smile on her face. This is good news, she said. Everything we had before was sexual harassment without physical contact, but this is racism. We can get him with this. This is when she told me her plan to assemble all of the complaints that we had and hand them in all at once in one huge complaint file. This part happened before Leg Bitch left, and we all knew what happened with that file. It was a good idea, but it didn't pan out in the end. If we had a boss that cared, this would have been the nail in his coffin. Unfortunately, we'll just have to wait until he does it again. And he will. As depressing as that is, I'm sure that he is up to the task. And if not, then I'm sure just, someone's gonna beat him into the ground one day. That's the kind of justice I like the most. Street justice! Although him losing his job would be pretty sweet too. So until next time, my dear readers, I hope that you cringed hard. It was quite uncomfortable, thank you. Now I picked out 3 stories, but I can assure you that these were not the last of his racist remarks. P.S. I didn't proofread this, so sorry for any spelling mistakes or errors or blatant disrespect of the English language and or its vocabulary. Woodsy, out. TLDR, 3 stories about blatant racism. Whoop whoop. Depravity all around. I like how Woodsy apologizes for the blatant disrespect of the English language that most native English speakers don't even bother to apologize for. Nah, you did good. I loved it. This story was definitely an uncomfortable one, to say the least. Or this series of stories, rather. It's always a touchy thing with the R word, you know what I'm saying? YouTube don't like that none too much. I'm probably going to have to get a little bit creative with the titling. Since I don't just want to plaster racism all over this. Oh, God. It's going to be a fine line to walk. But I'm sure that I'm capable of it. Much more capable than Lavender Beard, at the very least. Dude doesn't know a fine line if it was wrapped around his neck. And all you really got to do is give him a little more rope to hang himself. And I hope that's what'll happen in part 5. But I guess we'll have to wait and find out. I sincerely hope you enjoyed the episode, friends. If you did, I hope that you'll like, comment, and or subscribe. Yes, indeed. Maybe share the video around. That's like the truest of MVP plays. Check out those links we got down in the description. Podcasts and playlists and plugs. Oh my. I'd also like you to reach out to me on social media. We got Twitter, Discord, Facebook. Come and say hello. I will say hello back. I'd also like to mention my Patreon, yes, and my gorgeous, wonderful, beautiful, generous patrons. I'd like to thank them as I do every video, this time in a Mickey Mouse voice. So thank you very, very much.
Robert Waits, Jarhead Jerry, Baron Von Waggy Pants, Oorah, I mixed that up, River Jerry, Rogue, TSM Kirby, Twisted Child, Captain Clown Jerry, Hong Kong, Cinnamon Susie, Fire Drake, Giggle Jerry, hee hee, Latin, Lemison Loves Jerry, ReddX does too, Silent Revolver, Sergeant Jerry Donut, Sundere Jerry, Baka, Aaron W, Althea Blue, Anunnaki, Asian Persuasion Jerry, yeah, Assassin Pug Jerry, Bang Bang, Grizzly, Bailey Joy, Bearded Jerry, watch out for that guy, Becca, Bitchy Gremlin, Blade the Hero, Blameless Fish, Blip Bloop Jerry, Camille Sarah, Cherish Kitsune, Commander J Tank, Corporal Admiral, Lieutenant Furry Worry Jerry, Deltarune Jerry, Dennis Dayton. Whoa, bro, are you coming at me right now? Is that really a name? Cool, me too. Kinda. It's a little different though. Dynamite. Disposable Waifu, Aaron Lennox, Gypsy, Hadrian BR, Heathcliff. It's morphin' time. Tom Power. Uh-oh, it's Mr. Tom. Defected to the Jerry Hunting Tom Army. Oh, God. That is 2 Toms and how many Jerrys? You're still outnumbered. A pimp named J. Crisp. Yes, you gotta say the whole thing. J.M. Coon. Jerry with the I. That is a different Jerry. The original Jerry. Jerry! Jerry Blacktail. Jerry T. Harapist. Jerry the more Jerry than the other Jerrys. Maybe. John Hero, Simboofocus if your boofing is free, Jerry! Tell it to the jury. Kira M, Kitzikin, Lady Jerry Nix, Miss Mondays, Little Lone Wolf, Lord Lionel, Jax Rule, Vanilla Mel, Melgar the Destroyer, Mint Chip, Mirthful Baker, my boy Nat with Nick, Natari, Nightmare Jerry, oh no, Origami Jerry, gotta fold them all! Phantom of the Pines, Jerry Kins and Jerry Beth, Sidestep Redwind, Rosemary Miller, Satori, Cider Drinker, Serrated Ash, Staples Jerry, Stephanie Goodner, Synaptic Boomstick, Brilliant Tamago, Tapioca Boogaloo, Tato Ferret, Teddy the Police, 10-Ton Monster, the one true Fusky, the Jerry who's second only to the mighty ReddX, Token Black Jerry! We also got Magdalene Marshall Thornrose somewhere in here, Treeberg Wilmax, you're a wizard Jerry! Yet another different Jerry, 211 Jerry, the return of Jerry! Oh my god, he actually complied. I love it! A normal Jerry, no longer the former neighbor of 211 Jerry. He did come back. We got the hunter of Jerrys, devourer of all things tasty. It is Tom. Oh no, there's two Toms. Admiral A Tank, Amara AZ, Banish Knight, Cake Jerry, the original different Jerry. California Jerry Girl, Yum, Carrot Jerry, Goofy Eyes, Chris Meska, Cinnamon Buddy Dog, Crib Titties, A, no longer a Jerry. That's sad. Cuban Jerry, Defawn Jerry, Ghost of Alpha, Goose Song, HMT Mayor, Hydra Jerry, Irish Wristwatch. Jerry's Irradiated Jam, fan favorite Jerry Oldo Rivera. Jerry Bean, Yum, Jerry Roxas, Yay, Jerry Ziller, Destroyer of Toms, Ah! John Indoors, JRPG, that's Jerry Role-Playing Game, also known as Bloody Butterfly Gaming. Lots of tongue twisters here. KJW Kajal, Crafty Kitty Cat, LaPG Jerry, Ooh, Life of a Guardian, Little Ann Woods, maybe next time, Midnight Sun, Milkfed Gimp, Miss Duchess, Nagamai Power, Gammy Cam, Princess Rosalie, Jerry, congrats on the marriage, Ghosty, Ryga, Rapguard, Saints Blessing, Silurian King, Snary, that's Snom, Jerry. Spooty the Rogue, Steampunk Ellie, the Necro Jerry Con, the original Jerry who's not the original Jerry, and the most different Jerry who might be the most different Jerry. I don't really know. Promise, swear to me that's just a fact, and it is totally science. Go ahead and look it up, and by it, I mean another ReddX video, if you please. I would appreciate it.
Thank you guys so very, very much for supporting in the way that you do. Absolutely killing it on this Patreon. Yes, indeed. I do hope some other people will consider joining up, but if you can't afford it right now, don't sweat it too hard, friends. I just appreciate you coming on through, hanging out with me, and I hope that you come on back and hang out with me again tomorrow. In order to do so, you need to keep yourself safe out there. Wash your hands, but also take some time out and do something that you personally enjoyed today.
Maybe like watching some more ReddX videos, if you want.
I want. Always remember, friends, that you are loved, you are worthy, and you definitely deserve it. I shall see you in the next one, and until then, bye-bye.